Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market video. Now in today's pre-market video, we'll take a look at the news which will be affecting our markets today. Plus, we'll take a look at two stocks, ONGC and Cipla. I'll take a look at both from the perspective of an equity trader plus the perspective of an option trader. Now, coming to the news front. Now, there's not much news apart from first, which is the government shifts GDP base year from 2022 to 2023. From 2011 to 2012. Okay, now this news is not that significant in terms of affecting our market moves, but the GDP base needed to be shifted, but it's shifting immediately after we had a lower GDP number come out. Smells a bit funny, and it is, according to me, it is going to be used sort of as a covering tool. But let's see when the next GDP numbers come out, how there, plus whenever they release the quarterly GDP data, that will have to be de-seasoned, so that should not get affected by this rule. The second major news came towards the end of the day, that government scraps windfall tax on local crude sales and petroleum product exports. Now that is one of the reasons I'm covering ONGC. This is, I already covered Reliance. And Reliance and ONGC are going to be two stocks that are going to benefit a lot from this rule, and in fact both of them are already have built a position in each. Then the third is basically on the foreign investors. Now, foreign investors were huge sellers in October, average sellers in November, and even they started December's first trading session yesterday by being net sellers. So it looks like that pattern will continue, but the net selling amount was smaller and not that significant. Now, another factor which I believe even on Sunday I said will be affecting our markets in the coming sessions is this week, for the first time in quite a while, we're having no expiries on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you can see Monday's trading session, it was slightly muted and less volatile, due to the fact that mid-cap Nifty was not having its expiry. And now we will have to see over, let's say, 1 to 2 weeks how the market operates for day trading especially. And I believe there will be a shift now coming from the BANKNIFTY towards the Sensex. This is everybody who day trades primarily is always focused on the Nifty and then the BANKNIFTY. These two have been the bread and butter for day traders in index trading. Nifty will still stay the bread and butter since its weekly expiries exist. However, the BANKNIFTY doesn't have weekly expiries anymore. It's not going to expire every Wednesday like it was. That SEBI removed that. So now due to that, I believe people will have to shift towards the Sensex. And in fact, yesterday when I was watching the Sensex's chart, I did not trade the Sensex yesterday. In intraday, I only traded the Nifty. But when I was watching the Sensex chart, I was seeing that its volume seems to be improving while BANKNIFTY seems to be worsening. So I think that shift will be coming in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and more people will end up going to the Sensex since it has its weekly expiry still, and it's something it is basically a forced move, but it is what it is. Now we'll move on to the stocks. Now the first stock is ONGC, as I had said. Now ONGC I already hold a long position via simple equities, and now according to me, ONGC right now, how I look at it in perspective, as long as it is above the support between 250 and 245, things are relatively good with it. That is a very strong base, and provided it can continue holding, it will help us have an upward momentum. Now, as I said, I already have a position in ONGC via equities, and I will only decide to size up my position if we go towards 265 to 270, which is the first main hurdle, and we breach that. If we break 270 with a bullish pattern, then when I will increase my position size for a target of 285 to 290. Now, since I have an equity position, it's obvious I'm bullish on the stock. Now, as I said, my first target is the range between 265 to 270. Second target is range between 285 to 290 for the stock. Now, the big question, will I also build an option position? I believe I'll be building an option sell position. ONGC's expiry is 26 DEC, and I'll be building for that. and I'll be looking to basically sell puts below 250 if I plan to go aggressive. I plan to go cautious, then I'll sell below 240, not even 245. But that decision I'll be taking in either today's trading session or Wednesday's trading session. So one of these two trading sessions when I'll decide to enter option sales. I'm delaying it a bit because I already hold an equity position in it. So I don't want to go all in until it gives a bit more of a signal of as what is next for it. So that's my trading plan for ONGC. Now we'll move on to Cipla. Now on Cipla, instead of looking at the daily chart, I will put it on the 4-hour chart. This is as I think that is going to be a more reliable basis. Now, the people who have been watching my videos from long know that basically this blue candle which is formed, that's a high volume bar. Now, everyone knows who has been watching that pay special attention to high volume bars. The only issue with the high volume bar right now is it has the 200-day moving average as a resistance, and the trend catcher is slightly below zero. It's trying to pop up above zero. And due to that and the promoters exiting is where the whole thing has ended up going in, failing to break above the resistance at 1550. Now what's my analysis for Cipla? Now according to me, as long as it stays between the volume support, basically 1492 and 1550, you're not going to get much as an option buyer in this. I'm saying options because I don't think Cipla is right now ready for equity. It's more of a trade for option buying or option selling, not for equity right now. It has to get the chart a bit cleaner for it to become an equity buying worthy stock. Now, as long as it's between 1550 and 1492, which is the volume support, it's a bullish story. It stays intact and it will stay within this box range. However, if it breaks below the support at 1492 and gets a bearish close, let's say around here, and at the same time the trend catcher indicator is not able to break above zero, then that will mean we'll be going down to 1445 and 1390. On the other hand, if it breaks above 1550 and that is supported by the trend catcher indicator coming above zero, then it will mean a move to 1585 and 1620. So my trading plan is pretty simple for Cipla. Above 1550 is a long, below 1492 is a short. But each move has to be confirmed by the trend catcher, either being above zero for long or being below zero for short. Although unless this plays out, I will not want to put a trade in Cipla right now because it's going to need a few sessions to adjust to the promoters exiting, and I think that is why I think it might form a range between this zone, and only when it breaks out from either side you can get a quick trade. Now option buying is pretty simple. Breaks that, you go long, breaks this, you go short. Option selling, should you enter to capture this range? No, I don't think you should. This is as it's too murky right now. If it breaks this point, then I say you enter PE sells, or if it breaks this point, you enter CE sells. So that's how I look at it. If it breaks the volume support, then it's going down. If you enter CE sells, you make easy money. Or as an option seller, if it breaks the 1550 resistance, you enter PE sells, you'll make easy money as you're expecting things to go up. The few people who do not know, PE sells is selling puts because you're bullish, and CE sells if you're selling calls because you're bearish. That's what I mean by CE and PE sells. So that's my view on Cipla and ONGC. Any questions, you can drop them in the comment section below and I will pop an answer to them. Also, if you think there's a stock worthy of analysis, then do drop its name in the comment section below. And if there's something to discuss about it, then I will cover it in one of the videos. That's it. If you liked the video, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell. Thank you.